Are you working on the next generation of vehicle diagnostics? Then stay tuned for this presentation of our new tool, the SOVD Explorer. Hello, my name is David Kruse. Service-oriented Vehicle Diagnostics, short SOVD, provides a uniform API for diagnosing software-defined vehicles. Vector offers a comprehensive toolchain for developing diagnostics based on SOVD. The centerpiece of our toolchain is the SOVD Explorer, the best way to explore and interact with your SOVD servers. So let's jump right into the tool. We land on the connection page where we can set up the connection with our vehicle. We create a new connection, give it a name, and enter the URL where we can reach the SOVD server. After that, we can specify the authentication method that this SOVD server uses. In this case, we have a bearer token, which we can just paste here. You could also connect without authentication, or if you already have an OAuth provider set up, you can include that to issue your authentication tokens. Now we connect with the vehicle and we land directly in the SOVD console. An SOVD server is entirely self-describing, so we don't need any additional configuration to start exploring our server. Here we have a typical SOVD setup where we have apps and components. In this presentation, we focus on this light ECU, which is accessible through the Vector SOVD to UDS adapter. Here we see the typical resource collection of SOVD, such as data, faults, and operations. If we open the data collection, we see all the data items that this ECU has. By pressing on one of these requests, the request is inserted into the request view on the right here. We send it to the SOVD server and view the response on the bottom right. Now the really cool thing is, if we want to write to this data item using this put request, the payload is pre-filled. There's also a convenient form editor where we can enter the data and then send it to the SOVD server. Now let's have a look at the faults of this ECU. We request them here. We can set the query parameters with which we can filter the faults. Let's request all faults that are currently active. If we want to start an operation, according to the SOVD standard, we have to post a new execution for it here. So let's activate the high beam. We set the activate parameter to on. And let's set this optional timer to 10 seconds and start the execution. We refresh the operation executions and see that a new execution was created. Now we send this delete request to stop it again. If you don't want to individually send SOVD requests, you can also group them in a sequence. So let's just create a new sequence collection. And here we create a sequence of requests. If we just want a sequence to test all the identification data, we add all of these GET requests to this sequence. Now we run it and all the GET requests are executed in the specified order. This is very useful if you're in development and just want to quickly test some of your functionality. But sequences are a lot more powerful too. So let's create a new sequence for starting the headlights in our light ECU. We have these two operations, the high beam and the low beam. We add requests to start these operations. We don't set a timeout here and activate the high and low beams. Then we add a wait period so that we leave these operations running for 4 seconds. After that, we add requests to stop the operations again. Since we cannot know in advance which IDs will be executed, we have this variable functionality. We just copy them from here and insert them into our stop requests. Now when this post request is executed, it captures the execution ID in the variable. After that, when this delete request runs, it inserts the execution ID here, so that we delete the right operation execution. We do the same for the low beam. And now we have the sequence that turns on the high beams and the low beams, waits 4 seconds, and then turns them off again. When we press play in the SOVD Explorer, we can see the headlights are turned on in our vehicle simulation in Canoe. And now they're turned off again. In the SOVD Explorer's trace window, we check the requests, inspect the payloads and verify that everything worked properly. If you want quick insights into what's going on in your system, the dashboard feature is another great option. We create a new project which groups multiple dashboards together, and we land right on our first dashboard. Let's just add a new widget which shows live data. Here we select what data we want to show. Let's take the currents of the high and the low beam. We define the refresh interval. Let's say that the data shall refresh every 500 milliseconds. For the data loading strategy, we can either fetch the data with individual requests or use a data list to get all data at once. Now let's just drag this nice widget onto our dashboard, and it shows us at first glance what currents we are measuring right now. I want to show you a second widget, the operation widget, that allows us to execute operations. Like before, let's use this to turn on our high beams by selecting the high beam operation. We give it a name and place it on our dashboard. Like earlier, we set activate to on, start the execution, and we immediately see the currents jumping up. Another typical use case is accessing the fault memory. We can do this with this faults widget. We drag it onto a new dashboard to see the currently set faults. Here at the top, we can also filter for active or passive faults. I've tidied up our dashboard now and want to share it with my colleagues. For this, we can just go to the project settings, give it a nice name, and change this permission to public so that my colleagues can access it. Now if my colleague logs in and connects with the same ECU, they can go to projects and see the project we've just created. It looks just like we have left it. The same also works with sequences, where we can see the sequence created earlier to test the identification data and turn the headlights on. In this video, I showed you how the SOVD Explorer helps you with your SOVD-based diagnostics. It offers you all the low-level access you may need to modify and send all kinds of requests, while also offering higher-level abstractions through sequences and dashboards. If you would like to try out the SOVD Explorer or need more information about it, please contact us or visit our website. Links are provided in the description below. If you want to stay up to date with Vector's comprehensive SOVD portfolio, consider subscribing to the Vector Tech tutorial channel. Activate the bell to be notified. Also use the link in the description to get all information about Vector's SOVD toolchain.